Hi, welcome to Willowbrook Farms. Today's video we're going to do a nuke follow-along checkup. There was a queen cell in here. We were waiting for that to hatch out. I was going through this hive on Sunday afternoon and did find a virgin queen in here that I captured and marked. So sorry you missed that step. I do have other videos on marking queens. You can check the playlists for those. But we are going to go in, we're going to check to see if she's got back mated and laying eggs yet, as well as it's that time of year where the bees are starting to produce what are referred to as the winter bees. Winter bees need a larger fat body. They're a slightly larger bee. They need to live 5 months instead of 5 weeks. So we're going to be providing some pollen substitute patties into the nuke as well as the 2 main hives, and just giving them that extra that they need to try to be as healthy as possible for winter survival rates, as well as trying to boost the population or brood a little bit to get these hives built up to where they can become a honey producer this fall. So let's dive in, see if we can find that queen. Always check your inner cover to make sure she's not on it. This frame still has some emerging brood. The other 2 queen cells on this side have hatched out, so it is possible that there may be more than 1 virgin queen in here at this point. So we're going to check each frame very carefully. We have 1, 2, and 3 hatched queen cells. We're going to try not to pinch any bees or kill any queens. I'm not seeing a green marked queen on this frame or a virgin. I do not see any of the virgin queens, and there is a fourth queen cell hatched out. There's another queen cell here that is not hatched. So I'm just going back and looking for eggs in the bottom of the cells, and I also don't see that. Not a big deal. As it is a nice sunny day, the queens could be out mating. There are not very many bees in here. With it being a nucleus colony, there's not very many bees. So we're going to do a small amount of pollen substitute. Cayman Reynolds, one of the beekeepers I follow on YouTube from Tennessee, great channel to follow, showed this method of cutting the pollen patties in strips to increase the total amount of surface areas the bees can reach. The faster they can consume it and put it where they need it, the less likely you are to get small hive beetles in it. So I'm going to try that. 2 strips down the center, the brood chamber, and already we've got a bee checking it out. So I'm gonna get this one closed up. And do the same thing on these other 2 hives. These hives are a little bigger, so they are going to get a little bit more of that pollen sub than the others. However, you do still want to make sure you're not giving them more than they could eat at once. All right, that's it. Just a quick little hive maintenance. Checking for the virgin queen, give some pollen sub. 3 of the 4 virgin queens have hatched out. 1 was marked, 0 observed in the hive. The other 2 hives just got a quick boost of pollen substitute on top of the bars. Cut it into thin strips, lay it partially on one bar, partially on the other, so the whole center is exposed so the bees can eat it from the top and the bottom, reducing the chance for small hive beetles to come along, find it, and take advantage of it. And only gave them a very small amount. Each time I go in the hive, I'm going to continue to do that right up until the pollen substitute that somebody gave me is gone, or winter comes, whichever comes first. So follow along, continue to follow along with this nuke and see whether or not we can get a queen in here, and whether or not we can get them to the point where they can make it through the winter in a 5-frame insulated nuke. Willowbrook Farms, happy bees, healthy honey. God bless.